I never thought I would be making a short film. It's always been a dream of mine since I was a kid. So to actually have a short film and to be seeing my name on the credits is such a dream come true for me.
I'm really, really proud of it. As my first major short film, I've learned a lot from it, and I'm going to hold it with me forever.
It was very interesting working with both Kirrily and Ripley. All three of us worked really well together and then ended up creating something that I'm really proud of.
So we go through a pitching process where the whole class sits in together, we pitch ideas, and Kirrily presented an idea. It wasn't quite in the right format that we needed.
I had this idea and I'd written a treatment, but it just wasn't working. I had this issue where Mabel was quite passive and she couldn't really, interact in her own life, in her story. So I knew that it wasn't going to work as a film as much as I wanted. It was maybe like 20 minutes before I had to pitch. I messaged Joel and Ripley and was like, hi, I'm on the verge of a breakdown because I don't want to pitch this anymore.
Yeah, that was very interesting, and I think it also forced us to be more creative. Together, we wrote the pitch in about 20 minutes.
So then we pitched that to the class, and enough people liked it that it got voted through.
And then it sort of just evolved from there.
I think we had a lot of big ideas for the script that we cut before we started shooting because we realised that it was going to be too hard to execute on our budget.
Looking back now, there was a lot of differences between when we started and what we finished with. I think a lot of it changed for the better.
I mean, originally, the first thing I can think of, there was a scene that Coral came and picked Mabel up from her country town and they go on a road trip to the city. For logistical reasons, that just never was going to work. But I think the idea remained the same, that it was Coral introducing Mabel to a new world. And it ended up changing again, where we brought in a helper character who ended up being, like the fairy godmother in Saphira, who ends up bringing Mabel to the ball where Prince Charming waits, which is Coral.
Through those doors, there's a girl waiting for you. A girl who would do anything for you. You just have to take that step.
I initially found out about my role from Colin, who had called me saying, oh, I saw your photo of you in your sheepskin coat and we want to come in for an audition. When I read the synopses of all the different films and I saw Undercurrents, I was like, oh, I'm probably I'll end up being Coral, I reckon. That's my guess. Because she seems to have a kind of energy that I can do well and bring that out a little bit. Come dance with me, silly.
The way we decided to tell it without openly putting in a coming out scene, there's no need to state it.
We never really wanted to make it a big deal, and it was just really important to me that they were real people in a real situation.
Coral and Mabel are two people who are in love, and I'm a person and I've been through that. Just kind of approaching it at the same that you would any character. The themes are there and that's innately human.
We made jokes in pre-production that Mabel is me. I based Mabel and Coral off of me and my girlfriend Lauren. I found when I moved to the city and met Lauren and met her group of friends and everyone was all part of that community and all super understanding and they all had their own thing. It was just showing me to a new world, which was crazy. So Mabel's very much like me in that fact that Coral introduces her to this world in this film. It's the drag club that is just full of accepting people in the community and she's able to be herself in that moment. It's been a long process and it's crazy to think how far we've come because it started with just a little treatment that me and Ripley wrote up in 20 minutes being hope this suffices to get us through so we can keep building on it.
It really has put into perspective all the work we've put in to finally see this thing come to this full, realised, really nice film that I'm proud of.
And it's definitely not what I originally thought it would be. But I'm still super proud of it and I'm so interested to see what an audience, how they react to it. Because I love Mabel and Coral so much and I think in the end they both love each other and yes, there's challenges, and there's always going to be insecurities, and they're the main hurdles to come through, but it's about these two girls who love each other. I think that's all I gotta say.
One last time. Do you want to call cut?
Would you like me to call? Oh, yeah.